Om Bhurбhuvah-svah Tatsavitur-Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayantam. So salam everyone. Of course, we're speaking again and again about our beloved Swami Sri Sathya Sai and his life, mission and philosophy. And today let us speak about direct connection between God and devotees, between devotees and God, and there is no any betweeners, no any something which must connect us with God. This is total absurd because God is the essence of our soul, the essence of our consciousness. So it means who and for what can connect us with God, because we are in oneness with God. And of course, because of illusion and ignorance, we sometimes think about God as a separate power, but actually I think that it's really one of the most important central aspect of Sathya Sai philosophy, that is exactly direct, from heart to heart connection with God. And I remember when I came to Puttaparthi Ashram, that was beginning of 90s, and my friends who never been there, after I came back home to my hometown, which is Moscow, capital of Russia, and many people immediately asked me, okay, what's going on there in Puttaparthi in Sathya Sai Ashram? And actually, that's how I started to speak with people about phenomena of darshan. Darshan, as you know pretty well, that's basically Sanskrit word, Sanskrit term, and darshan came from the word darsh, which is to see. We can see landscape, we can see books, etc. But to see the divine incarnation, that's darshan. That's very special experience, and not all religions in the world they have this tradition. Of course, the top level darshan means to see on physical level, physically see the divine incarnation, not just picture, photo, not just video, movie, but really just physically see the divine incarnation. But at the same time, this word, this term, darshan, we can use if suppose we met some great soul, some saint, sage. That's also actually darshan. Of course, maybe, we have to remember that the top level darshan, anyway, just to see the divine incarnation. But even if you're able to meet any saint, sage, that's also basically darshan. And in some traditions, like global religions, they don't have this tradition of darshan. I don't want to mention those traditions which they don't have, but let me mention that tradition who have this phenomenon of darshan. For example, in Kabbalah tradition, in Sufi tradition, in Orthodox Christianity, in a Buddhist tradition, people understand that if you're able to meet, able to see any saint, and it can be in Kabbalah, it can be in Sufi tradition or Orthodox Christianity or Buddhist tradition, if you're able to see a saint, that's amazing and very important event in a spiritual life, and it's like huge blessing. And that's the reason why people from that cultural backgrounds, they could easier to understand the meaning of the darshan. And of course, for Vedic Hindu tradition, darshan, it's like, long story of darshans and some high-level masters who were born in India, and then people, devotees, they knew that, okay, we must not just to know about different masters, for example, Ram, Krishna, Paramahamsa, or any old time masters like, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Buddha, for example. But people in India always knew that it's important not only to know about that master, that's important not only to know about philosophy of this master, but it's very important to go and see and receive direct, blessings, grace from this master. And from the very beginning, it was really amazing for me to notice very strange, even one more strange phenomenon in Put Party. Sathya Sai told us about importance of personal connection, between him and devotees. But wait a moment, how many devotees visited Put Party every year? According to the independent sources, we know that 2011, the year when Sathya Sai passed away, it was something like 50 millions of devotees all over the world. And the question is how it is possible to connect personally with each and every individual, each and every devotee. It's logically speaking impossible. And that's interesting that his message was, now I just quote, there is not and cannot be any intermediary between me and the devotees. So, I communicate, Sathya Sai told us, with everyone only personally. Well, and then the question is how it is possible to manage this personal connection if not 10, not 100 devotees, but something like 50 or something like that, 50 millions of devotees. How it is possible? And that was for me to witness this is the huge miracle by itself, because all devotees, millions and millions all over the world, they really actually experience this direct connection. And of course, some people who visited Sathya Sai ashram at that time when he was in his physical form, and for some devotees were lucky enough to speak with him directly in his room. For example, I was one of them. And I was interpreter for the Russian-speaking group, so it means for me it was a chance to come to his room and speak with him, translate for him, and it was anyway chance to communicate with him just on physical level. But what about other people? Because not everyone who visited Sathya Sai ashram at that time, or for example now, able to meet him physically. Now, of course, it's we have tomb and so Samadhi Mandiram, so it means it's a totally different situation now after 2011, when he passed away. So, and of course, we have to be clear that not everyone able to meditate on such a level that, speak with the Sathya Sai on subtle level. Not everyone know how to do this. But at the same time, we have to learn, we have to establish, to create, to make it strong, this connection from heart to heart. Because, it's extremely dangerous, basically, that even at that time it was, but even like during his lifetime, some people could claim that they have a special inner connection with Sathya Sai and kind of broadcast on behalf of Sathya Sai. But now, after 2011, when he passed away, even greater number of such a people claim that they appear and they broadcast, they receive channeling from Sathya Sai, and it's always huge question. We have to be very careful about these situations, because I don't want to judge those who channeling Sathya Sai. Maybe that's true, maybe not, maybe it's just fantasy or even mental illness, but we have to be very careful. Anyway, I think that if somebody is trying to speak on behalf of Sathya Sai or pretend that receiving certain like messages from the subtle plan, I don't think it's a proper way to do, because Sathya Sai message was like, come on, you have to learn to communicate with God. You have to learn, even if you don't know how to do this right now, you have to learn how to do it. Practice meditation or use your intuition. It's always with you. And of course, mystical dreams, lucid dreams, that's also a very powerful tool how to communicate with our beloved Swami Sri Sathya Sai. So it means, I think, better not to use that, guys who are trying to bring messages from the subtle plan, from Sathya Sai. We don't know how to believe, and I even don't know why we need it in the very first place. The best way, just try to learn how to communicate yourself for yourself. I mean, if you will be able to communicate, and then you will start to to bring that messages to other people, that will be also stupid actually. Just meditate, hear his voice, feel his presence, receive his message for yourself, and do not disturb spiritual life of other people, because they have to learn how to communicate directly with them, Swami as well. So, Saram. See you next time. God bless all of us. Om Bhurбhuvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonah Prachodayandam